As Bristol lights up each evening, the city's bats come out to play.
Bats are one of the most important creatures in our ecosystem, but urban life can put pressure on these fragile creatures.
We're going to find out just how light pollution is affecting these bats.
And hopefully later on we're going to see them for ourselves.
Bats feed on insects, which controls populations. Their welfare is an important indicator of the health of the environment. Bristol University conducts world-leading research on the impacts of artificial lighting on bats. They look at the effects of different coloured lights and various lighting schemes. Research has led to a reduction of sky glow in recent years, yet there's far more to be done. I met up with Dr. Matt Zeal to find out more.
What is the impact light pollution is having on bats in Bristol?
We think there's really two main things happening with bats, and it sort of fits with sort of two groupings of bats. I think there's one group of bat that are we would term light exploiting, and they're attracted to insects that are themselves attracted to the light. And we think that those bats might be benefiting from better foraging opportunities at light. And then the other groups of bats are what we would term light averse bats, and these are bats that are really quite strongly affected by light. They're deterred by light, and we think that lights may fragment their habitats and prevent them from leaving roosts, sort of effects like that.
We have learned that there are winners and losers when it comes to light pollution. Let's go and find out what we can do to help bats.
I went to Baydock Woods in Bristol, where volunteers work hard to help bats thrive. Ecological consultant Matt Hobbs is a bat specialist. He advises on how to minimise the impact of development on bats.
People want to attract bats to their gardens and just generally make their gardens better for wildlife. They can do things like plant nectar-rich, night-flowering plants, which will attract insects such as moths. They can put a pond in, even if it's a very small pond, that will certainly attract insects, and hopefully bats will come and feed on them. So there's plenty of things they can do in their own garden, and if they want to contribute kind of more widely, there's lots of things they can do there as well. They can join the local bat group, go on bat walks. The wood that we're in, Baydock's Wood, I do a bat walk around here. Loads of people come along, and they love doing it, and kids love walking around the woods in the dark with their torches and having a great time.
So if anyone was to have roosting bats in their house, is there anything they could do to help with the light pollution?
Yeah, well, I think the most important thing is not to light a roost. If they decide that they want to put a security light outside, for example, because they feel vulnerable, or they just want to make sure that they're safe, often that can have the effect of disturbing bats.
Hi, hello.
Avon Bat Group rehabilitates injured bats from across 3 counties. We met Stu Rowden. Alongside his wife, Kiri, he cares for more than 100 bats each year. They are committed to challenging the sinister reputation of bats and promoting their role as an important part of the ecosystem. We met some of their rescue bats. We're hoping to see more in the wild when we join the couple on a community bat walk. So now we're embarking on our bat adventure at Eastville Park. We drew an enthusiastic crowd as Stu demonstrated how to use bat detectors to pick up bat calls that are beyond the pitch of human ears. This is just one of many free bat walks across the country. You can even borrow bat detectors from many libraries. As dusk drew in, we experienced our first fleeting encounters with these exciting creatures. From the high-pitched staccato bleep of the pipistrelle to the clip-clop of the noctule, the night came alive with a symphony of noise that we can't usually hear.
There's a noctule there.
So on my first bat walk, we managed to see a lot of bats, even in this dim light. And as you can hear, there's been a lot of bat activity, which has been so amazing. And I'll definitely be coming here to do this again.
We have learned so much about these amazing creatures.
And now you know, back at home, how to get involved with protecting them in your local area.